Hello, welcome to my video about HSRP and then the importance of having the preempt command um, when configuring HSRP. So this will be a simple topology today. Pretty much have HSRP on these two core routers. I'm configuring HSRP on GI 0/0 on core A and GI 0/1 on core B so they can both have the same gateway, and then one just will be active and one will be standby. Um, I have already configured HSRP. Um, Looking at the commands here, so show standby brief for core A. You see that for gig 0, I also configured HSRP on the gig port, which is the app link. But that is so we have that for right here. That's right here. So basically the state is active, meaning core A is actually right now active for HSRP, and then the standby is 1011 3, which is core B. And then for VLAN 1, I did configure HSRP for VLAN 1, 2, and basically standby IP is 3. We got core B. Yeah, so basically core B is standby, and you can see the IP address of the actives, which is core A. Um, I'll just show you the configuration. So interface G 0/0 and then show interface via 1. So the configuration for HSRP pretty much right there, and then over here, and then for core B, and then VLAN 1. All right, so um, to test HSRP, what I did was I configured the track statement. I configured a track statement basically indicating like, so interface G0/0 is being tracked on core A, and what that means is if the LAN protocol goes down, the standby of VLAN 1, which the purity of VLAN 1, which is currently 120, will be decremented by 50. And once that gets done, the 90 on here will be higher than core A's, and as a result, core B will take over. So we can test that theory. T interface G0/0 and do shut. So once I shut that down, there's a bunch of stuff still happening. Features happy for gig 0/0. So let's do show standby brief. Do show the end. Show standby brief. All right. So gig 0/0 went into init unknown. VLAN 1 is decremented to 70, but it still says active. Looking here, they'll show standby brief. Core A worked with no issues, but core B is still in a standby state. And since core A port is down, we should see core B VLAN 1 also active. So let's double check the configuration. So show run interface VLAN 1, and then we can compare with the show run interface G1 slash 0, so 0 slash 1. Okay, so as you can see, there's not a lot of differences between these two, but the question still is why did the gig port fail over and the VLAN 1 didn't? One thing that I realized during like an actual live situation and environment was the preempt command. So preempt command. So what the preempt command does is it forces the VLAN to take over when there is like a downtime. So in this case, you go to conft, you're gonna go into configure terminal, interface VLAN 1, and then before we do any changes, we're just gonna do show standby brief, standby rated D. All right, so as we can see, VLAN 1 is still in standby mode. So the command that we are looking for VLAN 1 is standby 1 and then this preempt. See how it says it overthrows lower priority active routers? So core A right now has a lower priority, 70. Core B currently has a priority of 90, but somehow it's not failing over. So with the preempt command, we will basically telling it to force and see as soon as we did that, we saw the state change into active. So without the preempt command, you will have some issues with the failover. So now we have this as active, and then because this port was shut down, that's why we are seeing the unknown because it's currently shut down. All right, so let's say this port is back up. So conft interface G0/0 and no shut. What happens then? So we're going to wait and see. So something is happening. So there's a change in HSRP2. Show standby brief. All right. So here, gig 00 going straight into active because priority is 120 as compared to the 90 over here. But VLAN 1, 120, 90, but it still says it's on standby. So let's double check the configuration for VLAN 1. Oh, sorry, so run base VLAN 1. All right, can you all tell me what we're missing here? And if you guess the preempt command, then you are correct. So let's add that. Standby 1 preempt and then save config. So as soon as we type that command and we do show standby brief, yep, everything goes back to normal. So in this video, we talked about the configuration of HSRP and then the importance of adding that preempt command. Thank you for watching.